We can. Yes, we are live. Are we
Hello,
live?
hello, guys. Yes, lot. I am Luke Zubin. Thank you once again for joining.
Yes, we are live, guys. Welcome back to another episode of TheFalse9Podcast. Today is a bit special. We are doing a preview for the first time for the Champions League semi-finals fixtures. And before we move ahead, मेरे को एक बात रिमाइंड करनी है. हम लोग सबका जो predictions था, जो amazing
Hmm.
prediction game था, I would like to revisit that for the Champions League. We will revisit the Europa League when it's going to happen next. But do you want to cross check that हम लोग ने क्या बोला था और क्या एक्चुअल है अभी? Because कुछ कुछ चीजें तो गलत आई है अपनी.
बोला था मड्रिड स्ट्रांग है. मड्रिड का थोड़ा
So
शॉकिंग
I
था.
I will present the chart that was. Hold on a
You have a
second.
chart.
Yes. Let me know when you can see the screen, okay?
वाह.
Okay. So these were the round of 16 and quarterfinal fixtures, out of which we had predicted Liverpool, Aston Villa, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Barcelona, Dortmund, Bayern and Inter. Correct?
Yeah.
Hmm.
उसमें से अपना ये गलत हुआ है और यस एक गलत हुआ. उसके बाद we were assuming that Madrid and Arsenal में Madrid will always beat Arsenal. That too failed. Aston Villa not almost gave a tough fight, I would suggest, but they couldn't beat PSG, and now PSG will play Arsenal. On the other hand, Barcelona won comfortably. I think Dortmund won.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich and Inter Milan, they won comfortably, but Inter Milan, what a match that was, Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich. I was surprised to see Bayern Munich go away.
Yeah.
And now Inter Milan and Barcelona, the previous finalists, they will play the same fixture. Now the real fun starts. अभी क्या लगता है एक्चुअली क्या होगा?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, आज के गेम में
बारसा
तो
तो जाएगा
आर्सेनल
भाई आगे.
जीतेगी. आज के गेम में तो आर्सेनल जीतेगी. I think.
आज के गेम में मुझे नहीं पता क्या होने वाला है ऑनेस्टली, बिकॉज आर्सेनल हैव बीन वेरी अनप्रेडिक्टेबल इन द सेंस कि मतलब आर्सेनल हैज एक्चुअली ओवरटर्न्ड आवर like expectations, and PSG is still a tough team to beat. So मेरे को इंटर बारसा थोड़ा इजी लग रहा है, बट which you know of course
क्या इजी है इंटर बारसा
फेवरेट.
में?
भाई बारसा जीत जाएगा. बारसा इज इन द फॉर्म भाई.
I can't rule Inter out,
I
हाँ
also
honestly
पर
can't rule
speaking.
any.
it's not
I honestly
Mourinho's
can't
इंटर
rule them
भाई.
out. They are playing amazing football, and बार्सिलोना को हकालना इतना आसान नहीं था. They managed to do that, and similarly
Bayern को.
PSG को भी लिवरपूल को हराना काफी, I mean, end-to-end game. It was amazing game as a neutral. And Arsenal का तो क्या ही बोलेंगे. They outplayed Real Madrid in every possible
Yeah.
department. So
True.
Also, Madrid were very shit. Like Madrid were very shit.
yeah,
full
we
credit
discussed.
to Arsenal, but Madrid were like shit. I mean, no other word comes
But
to mind,
quick
unfortunately.
predictions before the lineup come in next 30
Yeah.
minutes.
3-0
कौन जीतेगा?
Arsenal.
3-0
Three
Arsenal.
nil Arsenal.
Yes.
Wow.
Saka will
That too
score. Saka will score one in each half, and then some random player like Ben White or probably Merino or someone will finish it off.
Jubini Singh
Yeah,
Maggi KKR won.
Woohoo! मतलब कुछ बचा नहीं है सीजन में. आई थिंक थोड़ा बहुत सैल्वेज कर सकते हैं, बट आई मीन एवरी विन काउंट्स. सो
तू सारी ऐसी
हाँ.
टीम्स को सपोर्ट करता है क्या कि यानी कुछ
यही हो रहा है
अच्छा
भाई.
ही नहीं होता.
अबे ऐसे बात बोल दे. लास्ट ईयर वो केकेआर डोमिनेट किया था ना. ठीक है.
हाँ,
लास्ट
Nostalgia
ईयर तो
जल्दी
बहुत
FC.
जल्दी भी
बढ़िया है
जाएगा।
हाँ. एंड ऑल्सो मोहन बगान सपोर्टर सो लास्ट टाइम तो डबल आ गया था फुटबॉल में भी आईएसएल एज वेल एज आईपीएल.
हम्म,
बट एनीवे यूनाइटेड ही बस एक खोटा सिक्का रह गया है. बट
करेंगे
लास्ट ईयर एफए
करेंगे,
कप भी
परसों
जीता था
परसों
भाई.
बात करेंगे यूनाइटेड का, विल डू वन नाइस वॉच अलोंग।
Yeah, yeah.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है.
एंड आई थिंक Arsenal will win some 2-1, 3-1 ish. I don't think so. PSG will not win. Shivam is saying Bengali opinion. Yes,
बंगाली ओपिनियन.
it matters. Yes. I think Shivam is angry
But
for not calling him on the stream from the last time. But we
soon,
didn't do
brother,
watch
soon.
along, bro. Soon, brother, soon. We didn't do watch along. और मीटिंग प्रेजेंटेशन करना पड़ेगा ना ब्रो. नहीं नहीं, जितना possibilities है, we are doing the best we can.
But for the match today, I think
Hmm.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है like I see PSG as a very it's not an equivalence that I'm trying to make, but PSG reminds me a lot of how sort of Leeds United used to play, where it's like
What?
relentless attack है, but उतना ही defense में वो लोग open है. And you could see that if Aston Villa could like score 3 against them, the only reason PSG survived is because they could go back and score 2 more. But against Arsenal उतना easy नहीं होगा मेरे हिसाब से, because
बट
Arsenal
भाई
have a
एमिरेट्स
very
है.
that's what I'm
आर्सेनल
saying.
का होम एडवांटेज.
That's what I'm saying. That's my
आर्सेनल
whole
कितने
point that
सालों बाद आया है सेमीफाइनल्स में?
17-18 पता नहीं. I think last was against United
ऑनरी
only
पे.
when
the
ओ
Cristiano
legendary free
scored
रोनाल्डो.
kick.
that free kick. Yeah,
Hmm.
too far out for Ronaldo
टू
wala.
डोंट थिंक अबाउट इट. ओह
Also,
गजब था भाई वो.
people who are watching, please like the stream.
या.
Those who have joined for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, please. And
एंड
Jubin is
इवन
saying
गिव
Arsenal
योर.
3-1. Yeah, even I think Arsenal
या.
3-1. मुझे नहीं लगता कि PSG will not score the goal.
या.
But Arsenal have a very
आई
good
वुड गो फॉर
defense.
2-1.
Arsenal have a good defense, yes. Suddenly that Kivior is playing amazing in the absence of Gabriel. The Ben
Yeah.
White is back, I think. Timber is outstanding. ये अगर डेक्लन राइस वापस से एक दो फ्री किक निकाल लेगा तो पता नहीं.
Hmm. The one good sort of battle in the match will probably be in the midfield because Arsenal के पास Thomas Partey नहीं available है. So उधर वो लोग थोड़ा सा strength miss करेंगे. I think he's suspended for the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So उधर मिडफील्ड में उन लोग को थोड़ा सा आई थिंक डिफिकल्टी होगी बिकॉज पीएसजी हैव लाइक टू वेरी गुड वेरी टेक्निकल
PSG has
very
two
energetic
good midfield,
midfielders.
bro.
Yeah,
Vitinha
when
and Joao
Vitinha
Neves.
and Neves. Yeah. So I think if PSG are to win somehow, I think that midfield battle will be very crucial.
Also, again, एक battle I think we are forgetting. Nuno Mendes versus Bakayo
Oh,
Saka.
fantastic. Yes.
And
या.
on the other hand, Dembele versus who plays the left back, maybe Timber or whoever will play. Because if Ben White is back, then Timber can play left back too. Ben White can play right back.
Yeah. Yeah, but Nuno Mendes versus Saka, exceptional battle. Both very fast, both very tricky. I think Saka will get the better of Mendes because pata nahi, I think Saka has a knack for like big moments. He's a proper big moments type player. और इनफैक्ट वो इंजरी से वापस आया है बट यू कांट रियली से दैट he had been injured for a while because he came in and immediately hit the ground running
Yeah,
usually.
yeah.
So I mean Saka definitely biggest threat that Arsenal have, especially Odegaard I think has gone a little bit soft after his injury. So Saka and Rice are kind of their
The one
game
Shivam is
holding.
changers.
saying Luke Shaw has a snack for big moment. रील इसका रील बनेगा,
Too good,
इसका रील
bhai. Too good.
बनेगा.
Too good.
Wow,
uh,
wow, 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 wow.
Bharat is also saying
Bharat,
that Kivior is
Kivior
not
is
suddenly playing well. He's played
Hmm.
in his position instead of replacing Saliba a few seasons ago to replace Gabriel now. He is Gabriel's backup and he's doing a good job. Yeah, definitely. By the way, Bharat is like a friend of mine, and he had a earlier I was chatting to him, and he said a very good thing that this is the battle of the bottle, because both of these teams have a history of bottling big games. PSG in Champions League have historically been very big bottlers.
Bottlers.
They bottled
Hmm.
in front of us, bottled against Barcelona. I think they also bottled against Tottenham, if I'm not wrong, but I may be wrong there. And Arsenal is Arsenal, so Arsenal has a tendency usually to bottle against
यार
like
बट यार
the
ये टाइम यूसीएल में कौन सा आर्सेनल आ रहा है वी डोंट नो इधर इट्स गोइंग टू बी
Yeah.
yeah.
एक्सट्रीमली हिट और देयर इज नो मिस
But
आई थिंक
but एक चीज मैं बोलूंगा कि like देख this weekend Liverpool has formally like of course you know पता ही था वो लोग जीतने वाले हैं but they have formally secured the Premier League. So I think now Arsenal are like mentally there कि भाई जो है अब
Hmm.
चैंपियंस लीग है ठीक है तो you can't rule that out. And of course like
Yeah.
first leg advantage will always give will always be like an advantage you can go with to the second leg. So let's see क्या होता है.
Um, I actually prefer like if my team would be playing in the Champions League, which they aren't, but I would actually prefer home game to be the second leg, which is like more
Hmm.
fun. Why is making
व्हिच
some weird gestures?
वी हैव चैंपियंस लीग और हमारे फेवरेट टीम का
लेना देना नहीं है. Let's not be there.
But
Championship
do
का
you
है.
guys
यस
want Arsenal to win?
चैंपियनशिप चैंपियनशिप
Champions
ब्रो
League.
चैंपियनशिप
Do you guys want Arsenal to win? Because Premier League के टाइम में
No,
तुम लोगों ने बहुत रोना
नहीं.
धोना किया था भाई.
Straight
नहीं
up,
नहीं
I
नहीं
never
आई
I
want
नहीं
any
forget.
in
नहीं नहीं
Champions League. I
पीएसजी
never
ब्रो
support any
पीएसजी
English team.
लेट्स गो लुइस एनरिके लेट्स गो
Yeah, but
ठीक है यार. I mean I think Arsenal are deserving where they are
true.
currently.
But like, I would still not want them to win. Deserving तो अपनी जगह है. Like, I would still not want them to win, right? I hope like Usman Dembele has the match of his life, scores a hat trick, probably nutmeg Saliba while doing so. It'll be so much fun if any of these fantasies come true. But
who
the
who
reality is,
who's their usual front three Dembele
uh, Barcola, Dembele,
Barcola and
and who's the striker? I think
not
wo
the
Gonzalo Ramos.
no Gonzalo Ramos plays as a substitute. He doesn't start every game.
Who is the striker then?
Chat anyone knows who's the
अबे
usual striker?
this
Paulo
Dembele center में
हाँ
दिखा रहा है. The last starting 11 that they had,
they have hybrid
वो
rotational.
ओले टाइप वाला है जो तीनों all three of them keep circulating. Also, we forgot that PSG also have Kvaratskhelia.
क्वारात्स्केलिया लेफ्ट में क्वारात्स्केलिया
Hmm.
Yeah,
खेलता है यस मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि कोई तो डेम्बेले यस डेम्बेले प्लेज एज अ स्ट्राइकर
yeah.
क्वारात्स्केलिया है उनके पास
I think this is a big game for Kvaratskhelia because they
तो
signed
क्वारात्स्केलिया
him.
वर्सेस टिम्बर विल बी अनदर एपिक बैटल
Yeah,
दैट वी
very
माइट
good man.
सी
Yeah,
जुबिन सॉरी ब्रो आज नहीं है वॉच अलोंग वी माइट डू वॉच अलोंग फॉर यूनाइटेड फर्स्ट हाफ देखते हैं कैसे जाएगा वी माइट डू दैट
yeah. I think lineups for this game will come around 11:30, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can talk about the
बट
other Champions League.
वन क्वेश्चन
Yeah.
हाँ वी शुड वन क्वेश्चन imagine if PSG manages to beat Arsenal and goes into final, and on the other hand, एम्बाप्पे बाहर गए ये सुपर टीम से और ये बाहर आ गए और एम्बाप्पे जिस टीम में गया वो बाहर चली गए
हो
क्रेजी
सकता है.
Hmm.
क्रेजी
But
सीन्स
anyway, वो लोग ने एम्बापे का लेवल सरपास कर ही लिए हैं because he got knocked out in the previous round. So the fact that PSG semis में है और
Yeah.
एम्बापे नहीं, it kind of shows कि वो लोग का जो strategy है to move away from these big names, that is paying off.
या
Working.
आई थिंक देयर डिफेंस इज थोड़ा वीक ऑन पेपर compared to Arsenal but let's see they have managed to beat English champions so
That will be a big statement,
Yeah.
considering where French football is currently.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So
To beat the first and second team in in the English league. Definitely a good statement. But lag nahi raha yaar, honestly. Doesn't look likely. I really like PSG. I
Yeah.
think attacking wise they are fantastic, very exciting to watch. The
Also quite
s-
balanced.
but don't you think that the same reason why they are so exciting to watch is what makes them so exposed to
They are playing free
conceding?
flowing attacking football. I don't think so. They are that worried कि अभी बाहर जाएंगे.
Hmm.
Um,
The
तो
other
उनको कुछ इतना फर्क
other
पड़ेगा.
possibility is the other
Uh,
possibility is ke it could be like a 4-3 kind of match where both teams are just going at it and trying to score. But I don't. Arteta is not that type of a manager. I think he'll
Shivam is
settle
saying
into a
French
block.
football is in France, Puggy.
हाँ तो
Okay.
And Jubin is saying Vaibhav and Azman's reaction to United first goal during the last mini watch along was great. Yes, yes. Azman के पेट का दर्शन हुआ है on live stream, तो it was
Was
epic. We
the
have that
debut of
video.
my.
Yes, yes,
हाँ था. नेक्स्ट टाइम थोड़ा लंबा टी शर्ट पहन के वॉच अलोंग करूंगा.
yes, yes, yes.
नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं अपने सामने टीवी रखूंगा भाई. मैंने तो पहला गोल ही मिस कर दिया.
पेट ओपी
फेक
yes.
फैन है
क्यों?
बे, फेक
तू
फैन.
तू
हाँ
तू
भाई.
कुछ कर ले अभी.
नहीं यार, अंदर था मैं.
यूट्यूब
हाँ
मनी तो आ नहीं रहा, कुछ दूसरे फोन से या लैपटॉप से स्ट्रीम कर ले. आई डोंट नो.
भाई, बाजू में है रूम. मैं तो चल ठीक है, करता हूँ कुछ नेक्स्ट टाइम.
ओके.
पेट ओपी. पेट ओपी, सॉरी. जोक
जोक
निकल
निकल
शिवम
गया
गया.
बोल
भाई.
रहा है
हाँ
जोक
शिवम,
निकल गया भाई.
पता है शिवम. यस ब्रो, पता
तू भी
है.
निकलेगा थोड़ी देर में.
बॉनमौत का गुस्सा निकाल रहे हैं इधर स्ट्रीम पे.
uh,
uh
sad.
wait, there's a new
Anyway, let's talk
next
a
match.
little about the other
Yeah,
game,
Barca,
which is
Barca Inter.
tomorrow.
Barca Inter, yes,
या.
yes.
I think this is a much more competitive tie than the Arsenal PSG game, even though Arsenal PSG is more high profile, I feel.
Who's
I
Barca's
think,
playing home first leg?
yeah.
या.
What do you guys think about
बारसा.
the Barca
I'm
Inter
still
game?
thinking Barca Inter यार क्या होगा? Relentless pressing versus ultimate defense.
Yeah.
I think Barca will sail through just based on
3-1.
momentum.
मेरे को वापस 2-1 3-1 वाइब्स आ रहा है and इंटर निकाल लेगा घर पे.
हो सकता है.
Mm,
The one
Barca,
interesting bit
don't
from that
forget.
game is
Sorry, continue.
no, that between Arsenal and PSG, both of their respective leagues are pretty much over. But with Barca and
mm,
Inter, both of them are still sort of there or thereabouts for the league contention. Even though I think Barca ka thoda easy hai compared to Inter, but I think that
mm,
will be a factor because they won't be able to sort of rest players in the league the way Arsenal or PSG might have been able to.
yeah. And didn't they also lose, by the way, Inter? They lost 3-0 or something to AC Milan recently, ना? वो कोपा इटालिया में.
On the other hand, Barca won 4-3, 2-3,
Hmm.
Yeah.
2-3.
You're right.
And
Inter have
don't.
actually lost three consecutive matches without scoring.
Oh,
Mm,
Yeah,
oh.
so they are on a bad
Interesting
run.
stat. And don't forget that Barcelona is on the run to win treble.
yep.
Yeah. And Rafinha is on the run to win Ballon d'Or.
तगड़ा टीम है भाई. And also, Inter will also be there without their defender. Huh? Benjamin Pavard is not there. Ankle
Yeah,
He's
प्रॉब्लम
Pavard is
हुआ था
injured. Yeah.
क्या
उसको.
हुआ उसको? Injured?
Yeah.
Injured,
हाँ.
yeah.
Ankle में issue.
Yeah.
Oh,
So वो
Does
है.
damn.
does Matteo Darmian still play for Inter?
Yeah. He plays in that wing back and right center back role. Left
Hmm.
center back Pavard खेलता है.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a very similar structure to what Ruben Amorim tries to play, right?
Mm. Sort of, but I think, of course, Inter will be a bit more defensive.
Hmm.
Can
जैसे
we
हम नहीं
not
है
talk
भाई,
about
क्या बोल
Ruben
रहा
Amorim?
है?
Can we not talk about Ruben Amorim's team? on Champions League stream.
I mean, next year के लिए prepare करना है. You have to prepare for
Okay,
next year.
okay. Next year देखते हैं. Deepto Banerjee saying yes, Darmian has been decent. Yes, correct. He has been, and I'm still surprised to see him at the highest level after leaving United so many years back.
Yeah.
He has two Serie A
Is
titles
in
after leaving United.
Yeah,
So
is Inter क्या बोलते हैं लीग टेबल में क्या रैंक है उनका? Any idea?
second है.
Are they in the title race?
They are second, 3 points behind. Napoli has to win 3 games and one draw for securing the title. Given that Inter basically win all their games, so
Looks
that's what I'm saying.
unlikely.
कि because the title race is still on in Serie A and La
Yeah.
Liga, I think that makes the second fixture in the Champions League a lot more tricky that way. Because gamble है ना,
True.
यानी if you try to put all your eggs in one basket और फिर वो नहीं काम किया, then you are going to lose out on both ends.
Yeah, but if you are saying that their main players are not there, like Benjamin Pavard is there, one of the key defender, and if he doesn't play, that his experience would matter in Camp Nou.
Yeah. What's crazy is that Inter don't score a lot of, like they do
Yes,
score, but it's like they don't have like a headline top scorer type jo, who is giving them like 30, 40 goals. Their top scorer I can see is Lautaro Martinez, obviously, who has
Colomoni
12
went there.
goals.
No, did
Polo,
Colomoni
Polo
go?
Mani,
Colomoni?
I don't like him. Shivam could elaborate on why we don't like Kolo Muani much. Yeah, but yeah,
Mkhitaryan bhi hai, bhai.
हाँ
Since you're talking
Mkhitaryan भी
about
है.
ex-United, since you're talking about
Oh
ex-United
my
players over
God!
there,
But he
Yeah,
doesn't start. No, they have Barea, the
yeah.
key
वो they
player.
वैसे
hmm,
player तो अच्छे हैं. They have Akan Çalhanoğlu, who's a very very good midfielder
Çalhanoğlu.
with a yeah very good free kick as well.
Shivam
And
is
they have
saying no, no,
Marcus
no, no.
Thuram who is injured. Marcus Thuram got a groin injury, so he'll be out most likely.
Oh my God!
So that will
Then
be
क्या ही
a
मजा आएगा
big
वो
miss
मैच
for them.
देखने के लिए. Then Barcelona घुस जाएगा.
Could win, could
Three
win.
one,
yeah,
three
yeah,
one.
they are
And
again. Barca is like quite structured also, bhai.
Hmm. Barca have been overall very good this season. Uh,
Yeah,
and they have Lamine Yamal, who's like one of the most exciting players on the planet. So
that's why I put him in thumbnail.
yeah,
Arushi is saying watch out for Jan Bisek from Inter, top CB prospect. Okay. Will he play
definitely
though? In the absence of Benjamin Pavard, will he
he
start
could,
the
he
game?
could.
But
yeah.
Inter
Bissett
में
could
I
start
know
actually.
Inter में I remember they're one of the fullback and one of the center back. I don't remember their names. They are also very good players.
Bastoni,
Arushi is saying yes,
SRB,
Bastoni. Yes,
Bastoni,
Bastoni.
Bastoni is very good. Yeah,
Hmm.
Bastoni is center back, and one of the player is a fullback. I forgot his name. Arushi is saying
Dumfries,
yes, not Dumfries.
Denzel Dumfries.
Dumfries is
SRB,
Dum
Dumfries.
Dumfries
Sorry,
will
Bissett.
Dumfries will play as a right thing going back. And Bharat
नहीं
is
Sorry
saying
guys, भूख लगी
right
मुझे.
wing back शायद Darmian might play ना, or does he play left wing back?
DiMarco.
Arush is saying
Correct.
DiMarco.
DiMarco.
Yeah,
DiMarco. DiMarco is
Yeah,
good. Good. Bharat is
yeah,
saying, and also talk about set pieces. Arsenal have been great on set pieces, and Paris poor at defending them. How I wish we had Gabriel tonight whenever Barca enter conversation gets so. Correct, correct. As
Hmm.
we had, Asman had said this, like Arsenal is using set pieces, any set pieces as a penalty,
yeah,
and they are likely going to score. So this is their weapon this season. They have been doing that consistently, and
yeah.
they have done it in the first leg against Real Madrid.
Madrid.
But देखते हैं PSG. हाँ,
PSG
I'm interested.
particularly because I remember Luis Enrique अभी जो press conference था before the game, Luis Enrique was asked about this, and he got quite pissed about the fact that journalists were asking him this. that why is your team conceding so much on set pieces? Because I think one third of their goals that they have conceded this season have been through set pieces.
Hmm.
So that is a big sort of weak point for them. And Arsenal, I'm sure Arteta must be targeting that somehow.
Yeah. And Arush has also given out a stat that PSG have conceded 38% of their goals from
Yeah,
set pieces.
exactly. Yeah,
Then they are a
one
Oh,
shorter
third.
team as
Yeah,
well. Yeah, so shorter team as well. So yeah, that's a
oh
pretty
yeah.
yes.
solid point.
But it will be really interesting to see PSG at Emirates and then later Arsenal will play at their home ground.
Hmm.
मजा तो आएगा वो मैच में. Who will?
Yeah.
Depends on how the first leg goes. Yeah, I think Arsenal will be in a driving seat. Aram se if they have like if let's say if you predict and if the prediction is true, it 3-1 hoga. So comfortably they can like take out and then they will like कि भाई अब season में खाली एक ही मैच बचा है और वो है Champions League final, which again
Yeah,
is mostly going to be
weak
like
stall.
against Barca, so they will like try to make the most of it.
Yeah. I think PSG, if they try to go toe to toe with Arsenal in terms of like, oh,
Hmm.
we'll also attack,
Lineups
you try to attack, I think
आप कह रहेंगे.
PSG will lose. I think PSG will have a chance if they try to play on the counter. Focus, keep your
Yeah,
shape, and then hit Arsenal on the counter because PSG has way too much pace in their attack. They also have uh, their right back Ashraf Hakimi, who's like very fast. So
They
it is
both
only
of the
that pace.
fullbacks are extremely
Yeah,
fast.
Mendes and Hakimi,
Okay,
both of
the
them are
lineups are
extremely
out,
fast.
guys.
Let's look
Arsenal
at the
versus
lineup.
PSG. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Kivior, Luis Kelly, Rice, Marino, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. They have
Interesting. He started
Benjamin White.
Trossard as the striker.
Uh,
yeah,
so Mikel Marino, Odegaard, and Rice in midfield. And
Mm,
they have Zinchenko, Ben White, Sterling, and all. Ninveri.
yeah.
They are on the bench. Like to see PSG's lineup.
So PSG have actually played an unchanged lineup from what they played in the league on over the weekend. They have
hmm.
Kvaratskhelia on the left,
Hmm.
Do on the right, who is a very young and exciting prospect. He's got like a bag full of tricks. Dembele through the center, I can see. And then their three in the midfield is Vitinha, Neves, and Fabian Ruiz. And like we assumed, Hakimi right back, Mendes left back, and Marquinhos and Pacho as their center backs, and obviously Donnarumma in goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, tough.
Don't forget that Donnarumma is a tall goalkeeper.
Hmm.
Donnarumma is a very tall goalkeeper. I don't remember who was talking about this either on Rio Ferdinand's podcast or someone, but they were saying that like I think Jorginho was talking about it. That when sort of Donnarumma dives from the left side of the goal, just
Hmm.
the his length of the body can almost cover to the uh, almost till the right pole. So he's
My
that big,
God.
and he was trying to make the point that on TV you might think he's big, but in reality he's like even bigger.
But the fact of the matter is that PSG have also lost two of the last five games, जबकि Arsenal have been
Yeah,
unbeaten. So
I I think PSG can attack well from their right side because
Yeah.
Lewis
hmm,
Kelly, he's a very good player, but based on how Arteta plays him, Lewis Kelly obviously drifts into the midfield and in fact also goes forward, joins the attack. He's more of a
hmm,
attacking threat. And the centre back on that side where Skelly is, that is Kivior. And I think if there is a weak link anywhere in the Arsenal
Correct.
team defense, I
Correct.
think that is that. And because the PSG attack will keep switching, and then
It
you'll
will be
have like
yeah,
difficult
Hakimi,
to mark anyone.
yeah, and you'll
Quickly, we'll take comments.
yeah,
Arush is saying PSG, we have taken that. Arsenal are one of the most best transition stoppers in Europe. Yes, they are. Because they
true.
have
I
a
agree.
fast-paced defense, so it is better for them to stop the counter attacks. and they can attack very aggressively with their high press. Bharat
Yeah.
says, I think the second leg will be key more in Barca Inter than Arsenal PSG because the way PSG play, there will be chances. Even if worst happens, I would take one or two, or worst case scenario 1-3 tonight. Yeah, we also predicted 3-1 to Arsenal. And but I expect Arsenal to cook PSG 4-2 or 3-1. Okay, I have also put in a poll, so you can vote Arsenal or PSG.
Yeah, right now it's 67% in favor of Arsenal and 33 in
Yeah,
favor of PSG. So if
yeah,
any PSG fans exist in India, please go and vote for your team so that Daniel seems to
Daniel.
have joined
At least
us and
यहाँ
he's
जीत जाए.
saying
Yes,
that
welcome, Danny.
he's saying that
Take the comment.
with two relatively inexperienced teams, Arsenal and PSG making to the semi-finals will be interesting to watch. Yeah, sure. I think
Yeah,
the inexperienced angle makes sense because both of these teams haven't really, at least the current crop of players haven't really reached this level before. I think
Yeah,
Donnarumma has some experience playing obviously at the top level because he's won the Euros, and Hakimi has some experience because he's been there at PSG. But other than that, these players don't really have like big experience.
yes. Before we take the next comment, please, whoever is watching, please like the video. Please, it will help us to, you know, generate the algorithm and our video will pop up more in the timeline. Arush is saying also to note Hakimi loves getting higher up the pitch from there. With Rice at 6, he won't directly get to cover MLS. Only nervy thing for me. Yes, we just said that.
That's
बट
what we are
एक
saying, that the
इससे
right
इससे
side.
एक चीज हो सकता है इससे एक चीज हो सकता है मैंने तो थोड़ी देर पहले बोला था टिम यू हैव टिम्बर हु कैन आल्सो प्ले लेफ्ट बैक एंड यू हैव बेन वाइट ऑन बेंच सो वर्स्ट कम
mm,
वर्स्ट अगर फर्स्ट हाफ गंदा खेलता है लुइस केली
He
आई
can
कैन सी
swap.
टिम्बर
yeah,
moves to a left back situation and there will be a new right back with Benjamin White.
Yeah. And also, Arush, I think like it works both ways because Hakimi is so attacking and goes up front. Don't forget that Arsenal also have Gabriel Martinelli, who is also very pacey. So that
yeah.
will allow Martinelli also to get in and have a run. So I think it's a balanced sort of situation there.
Yeah, few more minutes and we will end the stream. um now the poll says 71% to Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal के लिए बहुत hopes है भाई. मैंने आज एक ट्वीट किया था
Perfect.
इमेजिन एज अ यूनाइटेड फैन आर्सेनल विनिंग चैंपियंस लीग अजमान आई थिंक यू हैड सेड दिस मैनचेस्टर सिटी विनिंग एफए कप न्यूकासल हैज
Yeah.
ऑलरेडी वन कार्लिंग कप लिवरपूल विनिंग प्रीमियर लीग टॉटनहम विनिंग यूरोपा लीग
Europa League.
वी
Yeah.
आर
I
डूम्ड
think the way our season has gone, I wouldn't be surprised at all if all of those things happen at once.
yeah it might
Yeah. But I want to ask you guys one question because when it comes to the discussion on Ballon d'Or, it ends up being a case of whoever wins the Champions League that year tends to be वो team से usually Ballon d'Or winner होता है. So among these four teams, obviously that are in the
happen.
semis, who do you think as a shout out for Ballon d'Or? Because see, I think in my opinion, Dembele and Rafinha are right now kind of the top dogs. There is obviously Lamine Yamal, but because you also have the young player वाला year, I think उसको
Yeah,
वो चिपका देंगे कि तू ये रख ले. Because also Lamine Yamal ka just based on statistics, he's not outdone Rafinha or Dembele. So I think that will also matter. Do you think Arsenal have any players who are in the conversation?
Declare
Declare.
true.
proper
You
shout
think?
out to yeah if they manage to win Declare for sure. Dipto Banerjee
Yeah,
is saying lads Neves Ruiz Vitinha versus Odia Rice Marino. We spoke about it
yeah.
at the start of
We
the
we talked
stream.
about it, Deepto. I think it'll be. that is where the main sort of battle will be, because Thomas Partey is missing. Rice is decent defensively, but everyone prefers when he sort of pushes forward. Everyone prefers that. And Vitinha and Neves are very technical midfielders, so they will kind of cause some trouble to Arsenal there. But it will also be like Arteta बहुत compact shape रखता है. His formations are
Hmm.
generally quite compact, and Arteta
Yeah,
is actually very very good at parking the bus if he has to do that.
the
So
But
dark
will
you
he?
never
tactics
know.
of
Yeah,
Mikel Arteta.
yeah. Bharat
He
is
Yes,
will.
saying,
Arush is
But
saying,
no.
yeah,
I'll
Nana
disagree
Timber
with
won't
this.
be
I'm
moved.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'll disagree with that. Is because he had a chance to
Bangali.
do it in Madrid, but he did not. ठीक है?
Who?
Arteta. In the second leg, he could have easily parked the
yeah,
bus, but
he
नहीं.
didn't.
वो मैड्रिड को भाई बीट किया.
They scored the
इतना
first
हेट
goal.
मत
Don't
करो भाई
forget that.
आर्सेनल को.
नहीं
हेट
नहीं नहीं
नहीं
हेट
कर रहा
नहीं
हूँ.
कर
भाई
रहे,
पार्क
हेट
द
नहीं
बस
कर रहे.
थोड़ी नेगेटिव चीज है. इट्स जस्ट अ
बट
फॉर्मेशन
ठीक है.
that you are playing
Arush is
defensively.
saying Nana Timber won't be moved from the RB role solely due to his ability to lock up players, especially versus Kvaratskhelia. White is returning from an injury, not reliable in a game of fit. But Arush, what we are trying to say is, even if uh, Lewis Kelly, let's say he has a bad first half, Arsenal might have to, look at their bench options, and I'll tell you why. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Barcola, they are hybrid players. They tend to, change wings. तीनों प्लेयर कोई भी तीन पोजीशन पे खेल सकते हैं. So it will be difficult to mark one particular player. So yeah, Perth says even if Arsenal win, this team doesn't have a shout out for Ballon d'Or. We will take the title. Let someone take. No, bro. Declan Rice. Declan Rice has a clear shout out. After those two
If
free
they
kicks,
win,
you can't
definitely,
rule
yeah,
him out.
Yeah.
And he
yeah.
has been your consistent player throughout the seasons. Let's not forget this.
And a
Also,
big game player.
big games, exactly, that was I saying. Like when Vinicius is in always in the conversation for Ballon d'Or, when Madrid
Hmm.
wins the league. If you look at his stats, it's not like exceptionally great, but what he does is that he'll score in the quarterfinals, he'll score in the semi-final, he'll score in the final, and that has a huge influence on the Ballon d'Or conversation, I feel.
Yeah.
Correct. Um, Our says, well, as an Arsenal fan, none of our players would have a chance with only a UCL in their bag. It matters compared to others having two, three trophies in their CV.
Possible, possible.
Hmm.
Good point. Bharat says, Bhai, if Arsenal parked the bus in Real, we would have lost. I am all for peak aggression in semis. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Buggy
it's a
has
nothing to
That will be
lose game.
Arteta's
spoken about.
approach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
we
team
can't.
that plays as if there's nothing to lose will win. It's as simple.
True.
मजा आएगा दोनों यंग टीम्स है एंड दोनों
Hmm.
PSG slight has one, I would say, edge in terms of experience in compared to Arsenal. They know what it takes to play in the
But not
semis.
this PSG. Why not this
But
PSG?
even if not this Arsenal, na, Arsenal played semis in what, 2000?
No, but at least for Arsenal, this squad has been competing for the title for 3 years now. So
Yeah. And it's
I
a
would say,
seasoned squad.
yeah,
Failure देखी है इसने तो they will probably be in a better position to take things head on, I think, versus what they have been like,
Yeah.
for the past few
No, I'm
seasons.
my point was if you compare player to player on paper, experience wise, PSG has more experience internationally
Hmm.
as well as domestically.
probably. Uh,
Arish says
on
100% of.
MLS, I want to add Lewis Kelly. That I know that we have pointed out that that could be a weak link, but I don't think
Hmm.
so. That means that वो player weak link है. It's just
Of
that
course.
o- like tactically what he's supposed to do in
Correct.
Arteta system,
Yeah.
that will create that weakness. I think Miles Skelly, when he had started playing, I had written him off. I thought I कोई तो some random academy kid from Arsenal. And anyway,
Hmm.
like Arsenal doesn't generally create like very good academy kids. Saka was like rare exception. But
Yeah.
Skelly, obviously, he's impressed everyone. He's been a very good player, and every time you think he'll make a mistake in this game, he doesn't do that. He ends up probably scoring or making a key pass. So yeah, I want to give him the credit and not make it seem like Skelly will be the scapegoat here.
Yeah, of course. Arush says 100% agree with the interchanging aspect, but Arteta is not the manager to try stuff like this. In a knockout game like this, I trust MLS to pocket the experience, boys. Quite a tough comment.
True.
Fair take.
I I
Arush says
like
both
I like
clubs
the
have been.
I like the phrase he's used, which is like both are Champions League virgins.
We spoke about this Champions League virginity in the last stream, no? Some context was there. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Players wise, we have experienced players in Rice, Saka, Raya, Saliba internationally, plus Marino. Bharat says United fans kept writing off uh, Croydon boys for 5 years. We have quite a few top guys coming up. Yes, we are not uh,
we are literally not writing off. Yeah, we
we
are
are
literally praising your
literally,
Croydon boys. Ha-
and we have said it on the stream that Arsenal will win 3-1.
Win 3-0. Yeah. But also, I have also said that I want you to lose. I want Saliba to get nutmegged and then Saliba to slip and make a mistake, which causes probably David Raya to score an own goal. So, but that is
Arsenal
wishful
Arsenal
thinking. That is
Arsenal
not a
fans don't
prediction.
like थोड़ा भी कुछ बोले तो एकदम
Nahi, like Arsenal fans have to make it like,
yeah,
how,
relax.
why did you not suck my dick off?
Long may you Lord continue. We are not
We
writing
are
Arsenal off.
literally not writing Arsenal off. We are saying they'll win 3-0
I
and
we
Bukayo
if
Saka will
you
score.
if you if you if you are a subscriber, if you are a new subscriber, प्लीज गो एंड वॉच आर हम लोग ने सितंबर में वीडियो बनाया था अब तक का बेस्ट
Yeah.
वॉच्ड एंड बेस्ट व्यूज वाला वीडियो है हमारा वी हैव लिटरली द एपिसोड इज कॉल्ड आर्सेनल आर्टेटा इज स्पेशल आई एम नॉट मेकिंग दिस अप
That is why his favorite episode because it got the most views.
that is but the content was nice we have covered everything we were praising Arsenal so yeah Shobha reality for UCL okay boys very fair see Irish says, "Will Saliba score an OG? Arsenal still win. Then Madrid lose their interest in him." And yes, I wanted to talk about this. Thank you, Irish. आज ही rumor आया this same that जो Euro वाला same remove Euro from that very sentence and put Saliba in that sentence. Fiorentino Perez will do anything and everything to get Saliba in that. It is their dream signing. They don't want him to go anywhere, blah blah blah. I don't think so. Saliba will
I
leave
also
this
don't
team.
think so. Why will
Yeah.
Saliba go to a team that is not as good as the team he is at right now? I understand the Madrid
And
juice, the Madrid aura.
Madrid's dressing room is borderline toxic to go to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You saw it. You saw it on the weekend, right? How toxic they were. Like they were legit toxic. They cannot control their emotions at all. Yeah. But
And
Madrid
it's not a
themselves have a,
team.
yeah, yeah.
It's not a team of champions that it used to be. मतलब वो जो एक वो peak जो था ना कि classy भी था, champions भी था. अभी it is
They
all
have
about
they
just
have individual brilliant players, but on a paper
yeah.
they are not gelling up. And Trent will go there soon.
It's just that
So
they don't have Cruz and Modric anymore. It's that
Modric
like
है
there
अभी भी,
is no
but
hey, but खेलता नहीं है ना. Like he doesn't play often.
but
Or
Madrid
he's
are
yeah,
also
trying to.
like he's
but
also
what do
like
you
a
like?
100 years old now, Modric. So कब तक
Yeah,
खेलेगा वो?
and I've been speaking with my friends who are Arsenal fan. They are also saying the same thing. Saliba का rumor है, कुछ हद तक सही भी हो सकता है, but not in this year. If मतलब
Yeah,
सलीबा जाता है तो कुछ सालों बाद जाएगा if Arsenal don't win Premier League next year again.
Hmm.
But यार मुश्किल है ये and I don't think so. I've seen a concrete rumor. This just random
yeah.
PR because they are out of Um,
The
which cup did they lose?
competitions and
Copa del Rey,
Copa del
La
Rey.
Liga भी,
Hmm.
La Liga has also question marks. Then Carlo Ancelotti is leaving.
They will get
Xabi
Xabi
Alonso,
Yeah.
Alonso, so you never know. That will be a project for that
he
players
also
might be
plays
attracted to.
three in the back.
हमारे वाले छोड़ के सभी अच्छा खेल रहे हैं थ्री एट द बैक वाले साला क्रिस्टल
uh,
पैलेस भी अच्छा खेल रही है थ्री एट
Sorry,
द बैक के साथ
little off topic. This is for you, Azman. There's a new rumor from Peter Hall,
अबाउट
Paper
रैशफोर्ड.
Sport. Barcelona is ready to move, and but they are unwilling to pay 40 million pounds for Rashford.
ठीक है, अबे वो गरीब क्लब है, वो लोग क्या ही करेंगे. दे डोंट हैव मनी.
Yes,
But
Arush,
Rashford
you are.
जाएगा Barcelona.
रैशफोर्ड का ड्रीम क्लब बार्सिलोना ही है इन केस लाइक ही हैज टू लीव यूनाइटेड. दैट हैज बीन रिपोर्टेड ना दैट ही wants to go to Barcelona if he's leaving United. So
Um, shit's going down in the dressing room next season when Trent joins. Egos are gonna get hurt, says Arush.
Hmm.
Yeah, even I think so. It will be
Bharat has a good
difficult
point. I
to.
don't think Madrid will take more than 3 months to be back where they belong. I mean, they are back where they belong, which is in La Liga second place. So
La Liga is also looking difficult for them to.
yeah, I think
Yeah, अभी
three
season
three
चले
points
गया है
behind right now.
उनका.
Last 5-10 minutes, then we will wrap up, boys.
Uh,
Yeah.
Game भी चालू होगा थोड़े time बाद, and there are no rumors as such
I
right now.
have one thing. Like, do you think if Arsenal somehow don't win the Champions League, I think they are
Hmm.
the favorites right now. But if they
Yeah.
don't
Hmm.
win the Champions League, and then next season they don't manage to win the Premier League or the Champions League again, what happens to Bukayo Saka?
और अभी आज ही मैंने rumor पढ़ा है. Bukayo Saka has
Hmm,
already agreed the new contract. Just paper पे sign करना बाकी है. He is likely to commit the future with us. He will
that's
not
good.
go
Good for
anywhere.
him. Good for Arsenal fans.
He's their poster boy. They and deserving poster boy है वो Arsenal का. They will not let him go for
Yeah,
sure.
star boy.
उनका Rashford है वो.
Arush, nice to be here. Remember Path recommending your channel, Vaibhav. GG, you will keep. Thank you so much, Arush.
Thank
Means a
you,
lot. Say
Arush, and
hi
thank you,
to
Parth.
Parth.
Leave a like while
Leave a
going.
like, please leave a like.
Yeah.
It's more 5 more minutes and we will bounce. I also want to watch the match. And Arush, please keep sending the channel link with your friends. We are targeting 1K very soon in subscribers. So hoping you guys would help us. Yeah, Bharat says tough question. कौन सा question?
I think the Bukayo Saka one.
No,
Hmm.
I don't think so. He's going anywhere.
Could you elaborate, Bharat?
If Adida loses this and start next season, real bad. Okay,
Yeah,
Hmm.
then
high
Bukayo
time
Saka will
it
leave.
is bad for Arteta because he's been there for quite many years now without
Ah.
winning much.
This is a golden opportunity for Arteta. Okay, if
Yeah.
he wins the Champions League, then all that pressure of 5 years that has been building up, के phase one, phase two, phase eight, phase 16, जो भी चालू है.
Will he be getting an
So yeah.
extension? Yes, today only I read a rumor. Today only.
No,
अभी
is he
शाम को.
talking about Arteta or Saka?
I guess Arteta.
Yeah, I don't I don't know actually. I don't know like Arsenal ka boardroom situation how it is, because I think Arteta does have a lot of yeah, he means Arteta only.
Hmm.
But
आर्टेटा
I
का
don't think
पता
so
नहीं कॉन्ट्रैक्ट
Arteta,
सिचुएशन क्या है मुझे. Honestly
and also
speaking,
I
वो
don't think so
दोनों ने.
he'll be easily sacked because I think he has a lot of influence right now, especially now that Edu has also left them, right?
But
Hmm.
this
Yeah.
guy is coming, no?
So
Atletico Madrid. Who's what's his name?
Dan Ashwath आने वाला था ना Arsenal में.
नहीं नहीं नहीं. They had no. They're getting a proper good sporting director. What
Okay.
is his name? Atletico Madrid से आ रहा है, I think. Arsenal fans would help us. Don't remember who.
But I still think like Arteta ka influence is outsized at the club right now. I don't think so. It'll be easy to sack him. He's
But let's say
asking if, yeah,
football
go for it.
ration wise, should Arteta get an extension if it doesn't win anything at the end? Uh,
No,
Interesting question,
I
bro.
don't
I
think
think
so.
no.
आर्सेनल के पास कोई है भी नहीं और कौन लाएंगे?
But
They have
But
steadied their ship.
okay, but then don't you think कि अगर 5 साल के बाद अगर कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, it really is a signal that they should shift.
yeah, see there, it's a tricky conversation to have because it's also like वो 5 साल में से 3 साल he's come so close to winning the Premier League. Uh, so even if you sack
हाँ.
him, you're sacking the second best manager in the league. So anyone you get may not be as good. So again, I think
Hmm.
अगर वो वापस से सेकंड नहीं आता है, हाँ, if this, like he says Bharat, that if he starts the season poorly, probably they are
Hmm.
outside the top 6 next season, then that conversation can be had. But I think right now he has too much influence
Unlikely.
at the club. Champions League का
Hmm.
dream team चालू है उनका. I don't think so it'll be easy to sack Arteta, both in like public opinion wise and the influence he has in the on the squad.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
Arsene Wenger will be in Emirates.
tonight.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also,
Nice.
mad stat, okay? Mad stat. Just read it on Twitter. Hansi Flick won the treble with Bayern in his first season. It was also Bayern's sixth Champions League title. Similar situation right now is happening with Barcelona.
Mm. They might win the treble.
Yeah, they have already
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Copa del Rey in
Copa
the
del Rey
bag,
हो
La
गया है.
Liga.
And
Yeah.
Champions League abhi.
Wow.
Yeah, Slot
Fascinating.
came in and won because Slot के लिए वो squad वैसे का वैसा था. He has he slightly tweaked the tactics. We spoke about this. You can check our videos. But
Hmm.
players वो अभी भी पीक पे है और 2 साल पीक पे ही
Yeah.
रहेंगे.
And also don't
So
forget Slot
Arteta
had.
had to build everything from scratch. He had a lot of kachara when he took over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also see the point where कितना साल और
Hmm.
second आएंगे and they will. But I don't. Sacking is not an
Yeah.
option for Arteta. Not a chance.
I think the approach would be that only, like how you guys are mentioning कि यार देख वो तो true है कि भाई he is the second best manager in the Premier League. Now the philosophy is कि don't try to fix something which is not broken. I think that also
Yeah,
applies over here. But unless like somebody is available, ऐसे I guess if let's say Ancelotti was available for Arsenal, which of course नहीं होता, but अगर ऐसा type का manager आता then they would have readily swapped. But वही है कि अगर ऐसा टाइप का मैनेजर अभी अवेलेबल है then why haven't they gone? Maybe then Arteta does have some influence, some
No,
strong
see,
influence on the board.
if Arsenal have to, if the eventuality, if it comes where they have to sack
Hmm.
uh, this guy Arteta, so they should understand that this is a ready-made team. This is a very
Yeah.
similar scenario that way to Liverpool,
Yep.
except that Liverpool have Van Dijk and Salah, which Arsenal, I feel, they have slight very younger versions of Van Dijk and Salah, which is Saka and Saliba, but they are not Van Dijk and Salah. Van Dijk and Salah have like vast experience. But if it comes to that, so I think they should also look at bringing in a manager who can work with this current set of players and then try to take them cross
Hmm.
the line basically. Because if they are bringing in a project manager who will come in and he'll implement his project, then he'll have his own style of play, whatever, then he'll say that, oh, these players don't fit my system, then that is laying waste to everything that you've done over the 5 years. I think the only way they get to sack Arteta is that if they can bring a manager who can build this team further
Yeah.
rather than overhauling the entire thing. I think that's a
yeah.
good note
Uh,
to end.
yeah. That's a good note
And
to end. Quick
yeah,
recap of my prediction was 3-1 Arsenal. You guys
3-1 Arsenal for me.
and
3-0 Arsenal.
3-0.
Saka scores 2 goals, one on each half, and Ben White or Merino scores the other.
You were saying
यानी
own goal and
I
all
feel like
for
पता नहीं मेरे
Saliba.
को ऐसा no no I'm feeling like that 89th मिनट पे ना एक एकदम कोई अनलाइकली प्लेयर गोल मारेगा ऐसा I have that vibe.
Maguire. There's only
Odegaard
one
come
Harry
back.
Maguire.
He's saying Odegaard come back. Okay.
Odegaard come back sure.
For tomorrow's match, I think Barcelona will win it comfortably 3-1 or 3-0.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like a 2-2 type situation.
Oh,
I'll
it's
go
I
for
don't.
not
a
Ozil, but he's
3.
the orchestrator. Yeah,
In fact, I'll
right.
go for a 4-0 Barcelona.
4-0. That
हाँ.
is like
I,
ठीक है
Gutsy.
अच्छा.
I'll think they'll run right.
I am
The
मेरे को
noting
लग
these things
the
down.
wilder
So
the
we will
prediction,
talk.
the better for
रहा
content.
We will we will stream next time before the United's match.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so guys, thank you for joining. Please like, share, subscribe, share the channel link with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you again. This has been wonderful. My personal favorite stream so far. We have done 3 live streams,
Yeah.
and this has been consistent in terms of comments and opinions. So crazy fun. And we will see you the day after tomorrow when before United's match.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
When the real
we'll talk of
Champions League happens.
yes, we will. Chalo, on that note, good night. Thank you,
Anyway,
boys. See you soon.
चलो, bye
bye
bye.
bye.
Thanks,
Bye
guys.
guys.